Japanese in 3 months, day number 19. This is the 20,000 sentence list. This list has all the vocabulary and all the grammar that you need to speak Japanese fluently. If you learn all of this, you will understand Japanese well and you will be able to speak it reasonably well. It's not the only thing you need to learn, but it's basically all the raw data you need to know. There's a bunch of other things you need to do, obviously. So, update. What have I been doing? Well, I've been doing a lot of memorization of vocabulary. Continue doing that, of course, at least 100 words a day. There was someone in the comments that was telling me I think it was Polish, learning 100 words a day with mnemonics. It's good. Keep going. Combine it with some listening and some shadowing, and soon you'll understand everything. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Memorizing more and more vocab with associations, and then lots of reviewing, lots of shadowing with my language islands to improve my speaking, and lots of reviewing by simply listening to the audio files of the 2,000 sentences I've got for the verbs. This list, yeah. So these are the 2,000 verbs. Sentences are okay. It's not the most useful stuff, but it's in terms of usefulness for conversation, but it's good in order to learn lots of vocabulary fast. So I memorized all of this, turned it into flashcards, and now I am reviewing the flashcards, retrieval practice, right? And now I've turned this list into a way bigger list. Basically, taking that, and instead of an example sentence per verb, we have lots of example sentences in different forms with the same verb. That's what we're going to start learning from now on. So what I recommend you do is first learn the first list pretty well, and then jump to the second list where you learn everything. Just learning the verbs will be enough. If you have an idea of grammar, it'll be enough to understand and speak pretty well. But and when you learn them really well, I can recognize them. I still can't use them very well, but we'll get there. So now the plan is to learn all of this. So creating audio files, which will be available for you, and you can download them. You can binge listen to them. You will not understand much if you haven't been memorizing the vocab, but if you've been memorizing the vocab first, and then you listen to the audio files over and over, you'll understand more and more. And then you can eventually start listening to native speaker material. I've started trying listening to native speaker material, but it's still way too difficult. So what I'm going to do is, what I'm doing is just memorizing more vocab and doing way more listening now. So, well, because I can properly train, I don't know if I told you this, but my shoulder is injured and I can't really do any wrestling or fighting or anything on jiu-jitsu. So I'm just lifting weights and running and going full Goggins. So I just came back from the gym. I spent 3 hours there, just like working on the machines with very light weights and then lots of cardio. Was drenched in sweat, and the whole time I wasn't doing shadowing. I was like, I wouldn't be. First of all, I'd look like a maniac, but also I don't really care about that. But yeah, it's yeah, I wouldn't be able to breathe if I was like going hard in the exercise bike and trying to speak at the same time, trying to speak fast because shadowing is fast. But it's good listening practice. If there are sentences you've been drilling over and over, and with vocabulary you've memorized, doing those, getting some extra listening to the same sentences again and again, it's going to really help. So while I was just in the machine, just really focused, the whole time I was just listening to the same sentences again and again, like the same 200 or 300 sentences. So many times, over and over. Um, I'm going to do that basically every day for now on. Just way more cardio, way more working out because I can't do the fun stuff because I can't properly train till my shoulder is healed. I mean, maybe I'll keep. It's actually enjoyable. Once you're done, it's like, oh, that was a good workout. It sucks while you do it, but it's good for it's good for your body and your mind as well in a way because you first of all you feel really well afterwards. Mentally, you really accomplish. Like you did an hour of 1 hour and a half of super hard cardio, lots of calories burned, lots of sweating, and you probably felt like quitting halfway through it, but you still went on and finished it, and that's really good for your mind. And also, because of all that learning, you have this double sense of achievement. Of now I know more than before of the stuff that I wasn't very sure of. Those sentences that I was like kind of know them and not very well. Now I know them because I've listened to them 20 more times during this time. So yeah, it's very good. I'm going to keep. I think I'll just go in the morning when I wake up really early. I'll just because thing is, like normally I like running outside, and the weather's great here, and I go to the beach. And actually went to the beach yesterday, but today it just started raining, and the weather was pretty bad. And this is the Basque Country. It's going to be good and bad, or not. Like who knows? Like sometimes it's alternate days, sometimes it just goes bad for months, sometimes it goes good for months. It's very weird here, and it's very unpredictable. So, I mean, even if I'm running outside, I'll just listen to it anyway. Um, so yeah, lots of listening to the same stuff over and over. Goggins in it, basically, while working out. So it is truly Goggins in it. Um, I like that verb. If it wasn't before, now I guess someone was already using it. It's a verb. Anyway, the list. What you should do with it? You should take the audio files, start listening to it. The audio files will take some time because it needs to process, and it's one thing to translate the text. It takes much longer to because it's a lot of text, but we'll have them eventually. But for now, um, read it, memorize the vocabulary that you don't know using associations, and there is a lot of vocabulary. But you notice that the more you move in the list, the easier it will get to memorize the vocab. And yeah, you just keep reading, memorizing the vocab, and then review what you what you memorized the previous day. Just read it and see if you understood it or not, and only check if you don't understand it. And then you can download it as a CSV file, create flashcards, and start doing flashcards with this as well for retrieval practice. Although that's going to, I mean, this will be a lot of flashcards, right? But and someone will complain here, but this is some nonsense. What I will never say this, like uh, I will embarrass anyone who offends me. I'm never going to say that. Maybe I will say that. But like someone always complains, you will never say that. That's not the point. Language islands are to help you speak better, quickly improve the amount of sentences you can say by learning lots of useful sentences. This is for comprehension. If this is to acquire as much vocabulary as possible, as fast as possible, and also the grammar as a nice side thing. You learn grammar as well with this. And that's it. This is for comprehension. And if the sentences are nonsensical, but you still don't know all the words, you learn all the words, and you know the grammar, then it's good. Who cares? You just don't use that sentence. The point here is that if you learn all the sentences, you will be able to combine them and create other sentences using the same structures and the same vocab, but in different, just in different combinations. Right. So That's basically it. The plan is to continue doing the same thing, memorizing vocab, lots of shadowing with the language islands. I'm writing more language islands, by the way. Around 100 new sentences a day, which is a lot. So I plan on having a lot of language islands by the end of this 3 month period. By Christmas, I probably have maybe not 10,000, but a lot of language islands. Over 5,000 at least, over 9,000. That's gonna be the goal. I'll upload a video with the Vegeta. Like it's over 9,000. Uh, yeah, uh, just a lot. I'm gonna make a lot of them. I'm gonna then keep shadowing them. I've- The thing is, with the vocabulary that you need to memorize, I'm doing all the memorization now, but the second and especially the third month, I will not have to do that much, or if any. I'll probably still have to do some, but not that much. Because if you front load all the memorization, you learn many thousands of words early, then you understand way more. You understand a lot, in fact. So it's much easier to just learn the few words that you didn't learn in context and also just review everything and that's it. So this list will have. I haven't counted. I haven't put in a word counter, but probably has 25 or 30,000 unique words here. But again, those unique words will probably be different versions of the same thing. There's a lot of word families and things like that. So after you learn the first half of the whole list, the other half is not that hard. It just gets easier and easier because you know more and more words. So you just go faster. It's easier to understand everything in context. Yeah. This is going to be a lot of hard work, but it's worth it because it's an extremely efficient way to learn, and it will allow you to not in an hour, but in I don't know 50 hours, 100 hours maybe to learn basically everything you need to learn to understand the language. So the plan is to start memorizing this. It's going to take a few weeks, but that's the plan. I think I'm going to do a memory marathon or something at some point. Do like 3 or 4 hours, maybe a week, or not 3 or 4 hours. Like just set a goal, like 1,000 words or 2,000 words, something like that, and just keep going until I do the whole, like until I've done that many associations. I've done it before. It took the whole day, but I managed to do it. It's fun. So I'll probably do it one of these days on a Sunday or something. Maybe I could even live stream while doing that. Although, yeah, if I live stream, I'll get much slower at memorizing, and then let's see. But let me know if you want me to live stream it. I think that's it. Let me know if you've got questions. Right? Let's keep going.